Hey there, how you doing? Welcome, happy Saturday, day before Valentine's Day. I got my red on. Anyway, here we are, number 39. What a week we had. Impeachment trial's going great. Way to waste some money. Maybe they'll come together. I don't know, whatever. They'll waste the time. Waste the money. Me and my cousin were kind of going through it. Chrissy, just dumb. All of it's dumb. But anyway, here we are. We are at my favorite time of the week, the Saturday, the Unemployment Cooking Show, and here we are. We got some people showing up. Thank you for joining me today. Let me go ahead and switch this over to the stream chat so I can see it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Today we are going to go for it, man. I've been on this onion kick for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. The French onions, the French onion soup, the French dip sliders. Now I'm just going to go ahead and go to my favorite. I mean, it's my go-to, and a lot of people around here, they really kind of judge me for it. The bloomin' onion, only because it's from Outback, and it's not something I always get when I go to Outback, but every once in a while it's an indulgence that you actually just jump in and grab the bloomin' onion. It's just a good thing, and I wanted to try to make it. And my friend the dude, you guys might have seen me playing with him through the week. Insights a lot. I mean, you guys can join me on when I'm streaming on the game. Just come in, say hi. Might give I don't know, maybe do a random giveaway one time. Might give you my place. I live at the beach. What about a weekend getaway if you're looking for one? With me not here, or if you're single, you can come. It's Valentine's Day. It's just spreading the love. Anyway, so today we're going to make the French onion, or the blooming onion, and I can't be more excited. I'm sure I'm going to screw this up. I got the fire extinguisher ready. I got the heat going over here on the oven at about 350 degrees is what you kind of want to do, and you just don't know with this situation. Just remember, whenever you put something on not a legit fryer or anything like that, be careful, shut the heat off, make sure the fire is all the way down, off, so you can't ignite it. Other than that, wear socks. This time I have to wear socks during this broadcast because I don't want to burn my toes. So we'll see how that all goes. Today we got the recipe here. I got it all made up and I got everything kind of ready to go. So here we are. We're going to do a sweet onion today. You can do yellow onions. 2 eggs, a half cup of milk, flour, oregano, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, paprika, a couple of things of pepper, salt, and 3 cups of vegetable oil, which I already have up and boiling. And then for the dipping sauce, that's kind of going on. Hey, what's going on? I can't believe you made it there, Kevin, out there in Poland. Jesus, that had to be a fucking travel. Excuse my language. This is a family-friendly broadcast, and I probably will get dinged for that. But anyway, thanks for joining, man. Awesome. I'm glad you made it. Hope you have a safe flight over there. Kind of miss you, buddy. I was going to call you and say, hey, dial in. Let's get you on the camera system today. But I just got to worry about the fire. That's what I'm kind of worried about. That's the only thing my main concern is I don't blow my house up. Or maybe I do. And whatever. whatever. So right now I'm just going to check it real quick, make sure I'm right around at that 350 mark. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we're good. This is about 330, 340. It'll get up to that heat. I got the heat going. Thanks for showing up. So yeah, blooming onion today. So first thing you want to start off, you want to go ahead and make your flour. So you're going to go ahead and take your 2 cups, a cup and a half of flour here, of all-purpose flour, and get that in the bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and let's do right here. We'll just go right here, and we'll take that. And what I've been doing, I never fill these all the way up, so basically 2 cups, and we'll go a little bit more. And we'll get this up and out of the way. And this is the, when you're making and dealing with flour, you're actually going to, make a mess. And that's just the end of it. Like, it's just going to be messy. So we'll see what we got. I do already have my egg wash all made up because there's a reason for that, and I'll share that with you later. We got the milk and got the eggs all cut up. 2 eggs in there and a cup and a half of milk. And that's ready to go. The next step would actually be cutting the onion, and they make these. Let me go right here. They actually make these cutters that actually specifically cut. And what I'm going to realize, the one I made and probably going to go ahead and fry will be. Remember, if you want to go, I'm coming out, man. I'm going to come out and help you out. Tell Jim to send the address. I was helping Jim move today. Jim's moving into his new house. He's over on Instagram right now. Tell him to send me his address. I didn't get it. So after this, I'm coming in. So the blooming onion. So we got our onion. And that's our first step. And what I did is, you got to be careful, because what happened is, I think the first one I'm going to make, because I kind of thought you should freeze it first, because there's recommendations, put it in the freezer for about 30 to 60 minutes. Before you actually put it in the fryer to help kind of stiffen it up, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm not really sure, but I'm going to show you how to cut this onion first, and we'll cut this one up and get this one ready, and then I'm actually going to dip the one I actually had in the freezer overnight, which is too long, but I took it out about an hour ago, so it should be thawing out a little bit, and we'll go from there. Let's go down to this 2-person range, and I'm going to show you how to cut this thing, and you should be very careful. Grab a knife. Want to be very careful so you don't actually cut this core off. You want to keep the core. So first thing you want to do is just go ahead and cut straight across right here. Just like that. And I'm just going to toss it because I don't care. And then you're just going to peel this onion just like normal. Just like so. Get all the shell off of it. Don't want that on there. Just kind of like that. And you want to get all the way to the core. Get all that off. Just kind of like that. Alright? Toss this away. And just like that. Let's put this over here just in case. Anyway. So. That's how you start off. Could be one more layer on here that I could probably get off. Let me try. Oh yeah. Let me get that layer off. And take the whole layer off. There we go. And I don't like to waste food, but whatever. So what I realized and what I figured out is you just want to get one of these things, or a shot glass or something like that. Put it on there, just like that. It's like a little hat, right? And then what you do is find your center point, and this is a little off, so I'm gonna, so it's flat. Shave down the onion a little bit. That's it. And then you want to just go ahead and start your cuts. And you want to do about 16 of these things. You want to make sure you get into the middle so it actually, peels, right? So you just kind of keep it going around. And the size, it's going to be different on every one of these. And that's the bloomin' onion, right? That's just the bloomin' onion way. And having a really nice sharp knife really helps, and I don't, so. I'm not really sure if any of these are actually. I know Orion onions. You hate onions, yeah, blah blah blah. Onions are amazing, and you're ridiculous. And just kind of, just like so. I'm gonna bring it to the middle here. I know it's a little hard to see. I don't have the technology and the cameras that everybody does when they do these. You know, I sit there and watch videos and make sure I know what I'm doing for you guys, right? And that's pretty much it. And you're gonna take it around and just hopefully kind of just spread it out. And then what I realized too is that this thing is just not gonna sit down right. Take your little thing and then you could kind of spread it out a little bit, right? Get all these petals that break apart. And you just want to be really kind. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry for you girls out there. This shit hurts. And then if you can, you want to grab that seed and get that out of there. The seed is the most, you want to get that, you know, it just doesn't need to be in there. And what you're going to end up doing too is going to be cutting out this middle. And that's just something that you're end up going to do. And then just like that. I mean, there you go. You can almost see it forming as the blooming onion. And it will definitely retract down once you start adding your flour and everything else. Make sure that these pills are, you know, just kind of keep working it. My eyes are watering. I'm sad. But we're moving on here. And you can see it stays together pretty well if you keep that core on there. So you don't have to worry about it. These are great party favors, you know. It's been a great Super Bowl thing for it. Congratulations, Tom Brady, number 7. Just crazy. Hey, hi Sharif, miss you. Hope everything's well. Glad you showed up. Making blooming onion today. So there we go. So now you have your blooming onion out here. We have our flour. So now on your flour, this thing we're gonna let it sit and we're gonna let it rest in the buttermilk, in the milk and egg. You just want to let it sit because what it'll do is it'll help marinate it. Let me get those centers out of there. There you go. And you're just gonna put that in your center down here into your butter and milk, and then you just kind of spoon this a little bit over it and get it all worked and let it soak for about 5 minutes or so. It actually will help it in the long run. Okay, so now you got to put your seasonings, which let's go back over to the seasonings real quick here. And what you got, we're going to put our oregano in the flour. And I'm just, you know, I don't measure it. I got a spoon here. We'll see how that goes. Some salt, some pinch of salt, kosher salt. I did kosher this time. Black pepper, paprika, and some cayenne pepper. And you know, it really comes down when you're frying this stuff is that it comes down to the flour because you're frying, right? So you got to make the flour good. When you're making anything fried, you've got to, right? All right, and then we're gonna do some McCormick's garlic powder. Done. And then, yeah, the pepper, make sure I got everything. I'd go over to the person can, but there we go. So now you got your flour. Sorry about that, I know that's loud, but whatever, right? So take it, spoon this up. And you should get that smell, and it smells so good, right? So you know you're gonna have a good tasting blooming onion if you could do that, right? If that smells good, you're in good shape. All right, that's it. That's mixing that up, and that's what you're gonna have. So we're gonna leave this go for a second. That's sitting there for a second. What you're gonna do now is actually gonna go ahead. I need a bowl. Actually, I got a bowl. We're gonna make the sauce real quick, and I'm gonna try to use the same spoons, of course, so I don't have to do a dish. Let's go over back to that recipe real quick. And then you're going to use some sour cream, just like so. Say 2 tablespoons. I'll do a little bit less, maybe just a little bit less, right? And then some mayo, just like that. That looks like a good amount. You know, eyeing it up is the best way. A couple things of Worcestershire sauce. Oh yeah, that looked great. And some ketchup. And I definitely recommend Heinz ketchup, only because of the Stillers. You know, just kind of like that. You're gonna stir this up, and you're looking for like a little of a pinkish color. And I need a better bowl. This is not working. Do another freaking dish. I mean, I already got enough dishes here anyway, right? Looking for a pinkish color. Well, it's a little brown, so what you're going to do is just add a little bit more ketchup. Probably didn't put enough in there. There it comes. Oh yeah. And throw a little bit of salt in there. And then a little bit of pepper. Stir that up real nice. Hold on, let's get you guys see what I'm doing over here. Stirring it up. There we go. See, I got that little bit of a pink looking color is what you want. Make sure you get all the clumps from the mayonnaise. Tastes like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Tastes exactly like the Outback sauce. I'm not trying to compete with Outback. I know they got a better product than I do, but we're gonna keep moving on. So now it's time to flour. And I have. Hey, thanks for the like there. Appreciate it. Subscription. You know, maybe I should just give my place away to the most person that viewed it. Like, who viewed? I don't know, maybe the 10th viewer. I don't know. We'll see. We'll think about that giveaway. Got that. Goes into that. So you want to do upside first, right? And then you want to get your spoon, which I threw in here. Grab another one. Another dish. And you want to just spoon this all in there. You want to get it spread out. Just kind of like that. Let me go ahead and see if I can get you guys down a little closer and see what I'm actually doing. And we don't really need that at the moment. Just kind of get it all in those petals. Just like so. And then you're going to turn it. And do just like so. And then what you're going to do is just kind of tap it. Get all that excess out of there. Put some on the side. And that's the first, right? Just kind of like that. And it looks pretty coated, so I'm kind of happy with that. But you just want a little bit more, so what you're going to do, you're going to do a double wash. And take your, back to your mayonnaise, or your eggs and milk. Throw that in there. Flip it. Let it rest. Bring it back in. And then coat. One more time. Really want those coated, right? You want them crispy, you want them coated, and you want to make sure you get this stuff everywhere. Because that's the taste, right? That's the flavor of it all. And don't worry about that middle part, because what's going to end up happening on that middle part is that you're going to end up I'm just gonna probably cook this one. I don't think I'm gonna do the freezer. I had the onion chilled in the refrigerator, and I think it's gonna be pretty good. I did watch a couple other videos that actually showed them not doing it that way. So, Worcestershire sauce. Let me clean my hands here. And we'll go from there. I might try to fry that other one up later, but I don't think I'm gonna do it now. So right now, this is the most important part. Let's go back over to here for some range. This is the most important part. You got your blooming onion ready to go, right? You want to make sure you shake off all excess and everything like that. And then you're moving it over to this pan, and this is hot, right? So we got about 350 degrees. I'm going to check it one more time. You don't want to get it over 350 degrees. Because you can just burn it, right? And you got to be very careful. Yeah, so we're a little bit hot, so I'm going to bring this down. It's about 380. It's coming down, so we're going to go ahead and shut this off all the way now. We're going to let this sit for a few minutes, just a few minutes, because we're going to have like a big explosion, right? And it's going to make a mess, and I'm going to have to clean my floors. I got socks on there for you, Kevin. You don't have to see my feet. But, you know, we'll see how this all goes. I did have to go and buy one of these just for this show. And you know what? You can't air fry this. You know, you don't have to use the oil. You don't have to use the oil. You could bake it. You could air fry it. I just wanted to do the original way, so that's why we're doing it this way. And we're going to see how this all comes out. So what you want to do is when you first put it in here, you want to go face down. You want the petals to go down. And then let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Flip it back up and over. So I had to buy this. This thing is like $12 freaking. And so what I did is I'm going to do a Youngstown on it, and we'll go back to Target and we'll return it. So I kept the package, right? And zip that. I'm not going to do that. But you know, I used to. That's what makes some people do. All right. So take it, flip it, make sure you got it all coated up. And then the best way, put it in here, and then just kind of tap it, right? Make it snow. All right, so now we're transferring it over to there, and we'll see. I have not tried the air fryer. I do have a fire extinguisher right underneath the sink, ready to go. I have not tried to air fry this, but I do have another blooming onion that I might to be able to do because I'm gonna have a lot of leftovers. So here we go. Oh boy. So it's going right. So you want to just go down slow with it. Don't want it to flip yet. There we go. So this is with the fire completely off, right? So let me give you a little bit better perspective. I'll shut the light off so you can actually see what's going on in there. This is with the fire completely off. So I got it up to like about 380 or so, and then I'm just letting it kind of do its thing. This is going to drop the temperature pretty quick. So you definitely want to be careful because if you know. No, actually, I mean, to be surprising, I don't have oil everywhere. I mean, there's a little drips off the side because it was a little pool, but it's not bad. I thought it was a lot worse, honestly. The job interview sucked. You know, I'm in this place where I'm either overqualified for the position or I'm just a little underqualified. You know, fake it till you make it. So still on the drawing board for the jobs, but you know, I'm hopeful. I'm not really. I mean, it is what it is. I could take the underqualified job or the overqualified job and then get paid less. And you know, I'm trying to get where I was at before, and that's just the tricky part, right? So I'm sure something will come up. I'm sure. Thanks for showing up, Chris. Yeah, I like our little conversation over there watching the impeachment trial. Ridiculous. We are ridiculous. So I already made my sauce, my dipping sauce. We're gonna move this over here, and then when you're dipping sauce, what you can do. Just real quick. Want to make it look like the Outback, right? I need a plate. Bring that over to here. Making a mess. Making a mess. So we got this in there for about 2 minutes already. And time to flip it. And here we go. So sorry, I know it's a little bit dark, but we're just going to do it. And you can see the temperature has definitely dropped. And what you can do now is turn the gas back on. That's when the fire starts. But we're okay. We're okay. And you just want to put that on a very medium low, just so you have a little bit of heat and you don't drop that temperature too much and it doesn't finish up. I think this is going to come out okay, and I'm pretty impressed with it so far. They haven't burned down the house, and things are still going. So another idea. So you could buy the blooming onion cutter. It's like $7 on Amazon. But if you buy 3,000 of them, they're $1.50 on Alibaba.com. And then you could sell them on Amazon if you wanted to. I mean, maybe kind of push the blooming onion craze. But I'm going to use a shot glass. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a shot glass. You could give it a pound to take the core out of the onion, and that will allow it to just grab off and ideally work. I'm not really sure if this is going to work or not, but we'll give it a try. If you're just joining me, thank you. See, we got a bunch of viewers on there. I appreciate you guys showing up. Had another job interview. I had actually 2 or 3 job interviews last week. One thing is I suck at interviews. You know, who was really comfortable with it. And I'm just being me, and I'm just telling them how it is. Like, guy was like, oh, you know, what do you think about the job? I'm like, oh, I think it's a great job, but I don't think I'll stick with it because you ain't paying enough. Well, I can't have that. You shouldn't. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's looking good. My first blooming onion, you know? Trying to make things my first. So, you can see how crispy and golden brown it looks. And, you know, the longer you fry it, the darker it's going to get. As long as that heat stays around where you're at, let's see where we're at. We'll just kind of give it a giggle here and see what temperature it dropped it down to. So I went from 380, and with the gas on probably a low, very low. Yeah, we're about 260, so it drops it down about 100 degrees. So that's what you got to kind of be careful with, trying to maintain that temperature. And, you know, if you had like a regular air fryer or a deep fryer, it can maintain that level for you, and so that's why it's a little bit harder to make it on here because it won't get that crispy, and that's what we're kind of looking for. Looking good. How you guys out there still on Instagram? All right, nice Instagram. We're doing the 3 streams again. We're doing YouTube, we're doing Facebook Live, we're doing Twitch, and we're doing whatever else one was. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube Live, and yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's all over the place. That's where I'm at. I'm all over the place. And, you know, just trying to get viewers. You know? What do you guys think? Like a drawing for a weekend getaway at Mike's house? I'll give you clean sheets. Then you guys can come here and just chill out for, you know, give you my place. Play PlayStation. That's all I got. I'll give you everything. Good. All right. Yeah. You know what, actually, Christy, I'm actually looking, I think I'm going to do a guacamole something next week. I was thinking maybe a 7 layer bean dip or something with guacamole. And you know what I did see, you know, I kind of want to kind of go with is some kind of like TikTok theme where they're putting all these, you know, you ever see the one where they actually take an avocado, they slice it in half, they put cheese and sausage inside it, and then they roll it up in like some Planko chips or some breadcrumbs, and then they air fry it. I thought maybe something like that, but yeah, I mean, if you have anything, I'm always looking for any kind of recipes that might, I mean, guacamole seems like I had a request from there. Joy actually requested that, so I was thinking maybe that might be it. This thing is done. We're gonna pull this thing out. We're gonna let it drip. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I made that. Ah. Okay, so just kind of like that. I mean, obviously this is not the only thing you could eat, and you should always have more or whatever to go with this, but you know, I just thought it'd be fun to make a blooming onion and just kind of separate it up a little bit. Oh yeah. And then like I said, this middle part is not, okay, that's not going to work, unfortunately. That's not going to work either. Maybe we could get a knife and just cut it out. And I'm sure this is where the blooming onion will fall apart. Because what happens is it doesn't really cook at this. I mean, honestly, I'm just not even going to mess with it. It is just too damn pretty to mess with it. And sorry about the blurriness. But you can see the inners, it doesn't cook as well, right? So it is what it is. You can put this off to the side, and there's your dish. Voila. I mean, it kind of come out, you know? I mean, it looks okay. So the big test is obviously trying to eat it. And I'm just gonna, right here, I think, this is it. Just gonna pull one of these things off, and we'll see how it comes out. If it comes off, that's the question. Because now you gotta cut that middle. Damn it. See, that's why the 6-star tool comes in play, because you could actually take it and then you could smash that down and get rid of that core, and I can't do it. It almost worked. Not really. No. Yeah, I just destroyed it. Damn core. But it's ready to go now, and I can take them off and eat them. Yeah, I think it's possible. It looks edible, right? I mean, that's the key. Throw it in some dip, see what happens. Try one more. Oh yeah. Bloom onion. There it is. The blooming fucking onion. Excuse my language, but this is really good. Like I said, the middle was going to be an issue. I knew it was going to be. You can see, you know, as long as it's all fried up, it's perfect, right? It comes out. It stays together. It's fried. It's crunchy. It's what you want. This isn't my meal for today, but you know, I'm wondering if you could just save it a little bit. I don't know, and then just save it for later. I do have like that one that's frozen, and I'm gonna try making that one later so I can reuse the heat. Sure. You gotta like onions though, Ron. What can I say? Hope you guys have a, you know, really good, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for joining me on my Valentine's Day. This is pretty much it right here. The art of love on food. Me wearing pink or red, whatever you may call it. I do appreciate you guys showing up. This came out amazing. I totally agree with the recipe that I used. And honestly, I made this up. Oh, okay, I reheat it. Perfect. See, thank Chrissy. Perfect. I don't want all this to go to waste, and I don't want to eat it all. But later when I make a steak or something like that, it'll be a great little side up thing, you know? And I don't see it really going bad by any means because there's not, I just can't stop eating these. It's almost like blue lemon. I don't know. It might be worth just getting the tool and actually doing it that way because, you know, you kind of want to be able to break this apart and you don't want to. You gotta get that middle out of there. Sorry, I know it's kind of loud, but you make blooming petals, right? Blooming petals. There it goes. Blooming petals. It just, God, it sucks. That's a error. Okay, there we go. Pour it out. Now you have your petals. Put your dipping in the middle. You got your blooming onion. It's a little. It is what it is. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a romantic and whatever kind of evening that you're supposed to do on Valentine's Day. I usually don't celebrate it. But now, they pull right off and you can get right in without that core. Seriously, I might eat this one. I don't know. Can't stop. Won't stop. 38 minutes, took too much of your time. Thank you. Have a great Valentine's Day. And like I said, think about a giveaway. You guys can figure it out. I mean, how can I have the raffle for the giveaway? You know, it should be free entry, maybe just like and subscribe or something like that. And I just pull a name out of a hat. And you guys get a couple days at the Ocean Beach. Come here for a weekend or something like that, or I don't care. I'm there for 5 days. I'll just leave. I'll go sit in my car, or in the garage. That's what people do around here. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. Hope you guys have a great weekend, rest of your weekend. Jim, if you're out there, Josh, send me your address. I'll help you guys finish up. I'm headed your way. All right. Thanks, guys. Maestro. Amen. Seriously.